Total Fitness, are you ready to get in shape?
Hey everybody, my name is Cummings. I'm the personal training director here at Total Fitness in Powdersville. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be going over a couple of compound movements, the bench press as well as the squat. We're just going to be going through proper form on how to do them, different variations of them, to fit really anybody at whatever level they're at, whether it be beginner, intermediate, or advanced lifters. This is Bruce. He's going to be helping us out today. He's also a personal trainer here at Total Fitness. So what we're going to have Bruce do first is we're going to have Bruce lie down like he's about to start bench pressing. And what we're going to do is, my background is a lot of powerlifting, so we're actually going to be going through a powerlifting setup on a bench press first. So what Bruce is going to do is Bruce is going to get his hand position even on the bar. And I always tell people to use these lines as gauges, so you make sure you get it even. So Bruce is even, so what I want Bruce to do now is Bruce slide back on the bench, slide back a little more. All right, so now when Bruce feels like he's slid back enough, what I want him to do is I want him to bring his feet up under him. And when he gets a good feet placement, I want him to slide forward and get a slight arch in his back. I should be able to put my hand up underneath his lower back. All right. So this setup, this is a basic powerlifting bench setup. What this is doing is going to actually shorten the bar distance, so it's actually a bit less travel. But at the same time, you got 5 solid points of contact. You have both feet, you have your butt, you have your shoulder blades, all on the bench. So you got good contact forward as well as bench. And now the key to this is, especially when you're going heavy, this is for more advanced lifters. Especially when you're going heavy, you want to make sure you're always driving with the feet. Even though bench press is mainly a chest, and tricep, and shoulder movement, it is actually a total body movement. So you always want to be driving with the feet. That's where your power is going to be generated from. It's basic physics. The more force you can generate downward, the more force you're going to be able to generate upwards. So from this standpoint, what I want Bruce to do is he's just going to unrack the barbell. He's going to nice, slow, controlled path down to his chest. He's going to touch, and all I want to do is press up, drive with the feet, generate as much power as possible, lock out, and he's going to rack it. And that is all there is to a powerlifting bench setup. This is really good, especially if you're used to flat benching and you want to try to get that extra 5-10 pounds on your mats. You'd be surprised the difference just this setup makes versus a flat bench press. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we done did bench, so we're gonna move over to the squat now. All right, guys, we're over here at our squat rack, and we're going over squat now as far as how to get it set up, form. So first, what you want to do is you want to make sure the bar is actually the correct height. So Bruce, if you want to walk up to the bar, so where he's at is perfect height because he can get up under it and he can stand up with it and unrack it. You don't want to be using your tippy toes to unwrap the bar. So even though you may think that it's right, but you're kind of like right there at it, go a little bit lower with it, just so you can actually pop it up. All right, so now Bruce is going to get on the bar. You want to make sure this bar is centered right in your back. That way, whenever you step off, you're not wobbling and leaning. So Bruce, looks like he's got it pretty much in the middle. He's going to stand up with it. He's going to take a couple steps, just walk it out. Now he's going to get set up. Now, feet placement for everybody's different. Bruce here has taken a little bit wider than shoulder width stance, which is fine. Some people there, some people need to go wider with it. But so from where Bruce is at right now, he's going to point his toes slightly out. And the biggest thing with your toes is when you squat, when you bend your knee, you want your knee to be in proper alignment with your first 2 big toes. That will give you the most as far as your knees and the hip, but also help you generate as much power as you possibly can because you got a nice stable foundation. So now, what Bruce is going to do from here is he's going to come down. So he's going to start to squat, he's going to come down, and he's going to press up. Now, Bruce, his ankles came off the floor a little bit. That could also be because of tennis shoes. Tennis shoes is not the best shoes to squat in. If you're going to squat, you want something that has a nice, flat, solid heel. Or if you don't have that, honestly, barefoot is a lot better than a tennis shoe with a really high heel, because that can mess you up. Now, when you're squatting, if you have a problem with your heels are actually coming off the floor, what you can do, there's a few things you can do for that. One of the biggest things I can't stress enough is stretching. Because a lot of times, if that's like your biggest problem with the squat, your Achilles and your tendons and your ankles actually does not have enough flexibility to actually go all the way down, where you can get to that parallel, like right below parallel mark. So what you can do is you stretch for that. Other things you can do, which I'm sure people have seen in the gym, especially if you've been coming to the gym for a while, but if not, you can get like a little 5-pound, 10-pound plate and actually put it up under your heels or your toes. That'll actually give you just that extra little bit of clearance where you're able to get down low enough. And what I mean by that, so set up, again, like I said before, shorter width, low shoulder width. It varies for everybody. You kind of just got to play around with it, find your right squat placement. But if from that point you want to come down all the way, you want to hit that parallel more, a little below parallel, you ain't got to go all the way down, because that can actually hurt your lower back. So don't think you need to do that. Parallel just below is perfect. Then you're going to come back up. And that's how you need to come down and come up. Push with your whole foot. You want to push up against the floor with your whole foot to bring that bar up. You want to generate as much power, as much force as possible. But other than that, that's the whole that's the whole deal when it comes to a squat. Thanks for hanging out with us a minute. I hope these tips is going to help you. Until next time.